Okie dokie. We are live. Here we go. Greetings, Mr. Prog Means 75 coming at you with another music review. But first of all, Mr. Prog Means 75 is the new meme around here. And here's why on YouTube. Because we had the music taste of a 75-year-old. That's right. I may not look 75, but I have the music taste of a 75-year-old. Let's dig right in and deep dive into the new review of the new David Gilmour, Luck and Strange, and my thoughts on this album. And it is a very short album with a couple of bonus tracks. For those who do not know who David Gilmour are, there's I'm sure everyone knows who David Gilmour is. The guy's been a guitar player of ex Pink Floyd and whatnot. I honestly feel this is the best thing he's ever done in his whole entire career since metal and Wish You Were Here. But I'm not really a big Pink Floyd fan, other than maybe Momentary Lapse or Reason I like Division Bell. I like the album Metal mainly for the song Echoes, and I like a little bit of Wish You Were Here. But I'm just not really a big fan of Pink Floyd anymore. There are reasons for that. I don't like anti-Semite Roger Waters, and that little that's another topic for another day. But anyhow, to get on with the album, I love how the packaging is like in the black and white. They give you like kind of like that old aesthetic feelings of when before we had color. And here's the gorgeous uh, lyric book along with some of the pictures of David Gilmour, fine ink, the lyrics, and all that, and so forth. And then when you get to the middle or the end, it tells you the credits, and those are in like the pages are in black and the inks in white. I kind of like the contrast of what they did with that. I thought it was a unique kind of like concept of how they did the inner booklet for the CD. I don't own the vinyl, I don't collect vinyl, but I thought it was a unique way they did this. And on with my thoughts of this album. The opening track, Black Cat's very good, and then you have Luck and Strange, which I believe it has Richard Wright on keyboard. It's like a very old song from what I'm gathering, and there's like a bonus track where it's like an instrumental like barn jam before I guess Gilmour edited it down and then you had the lyrics. And I also learned that Polly Sanson, and I believe that's his wife, wrote all the lyrics to on this album. And for years I always thought David Gilmour like wrote his own lyrics. I don't know if any of the other solo albums he wrote all the lyrics or if it's always been Paulie Sanson or not. But me, if it has always been Paulie Sanson, I find it quite baffling that I'm now learning this now than back then. Really good lyrics. Okay, so yeah, the Luck and Strange song it's good. The Piper's Call is a very good song. Also, the lyrical content. This is a very pastoral album, and it's very laid back, and it gives me that kind of like Echoes metal album feel. And it's not very ambient like the metal album, but it's got that softer side. It's a very good album. I love how his daughter Romany Gilmore is on here and she sings on one of the songs, but it's also like a cover by another band. And I was hoping that she would sing maybe an extra song. Now on a bonus track, I think she does sing. I don't or displays the harp. I have many ghosts. I don't remember. I only played this album like maybe 4 times max, but I didn't really pay the bonus tracks that much. But yeah, I really like Romany's vocals on here, which he's on track 6 between 2 points, which is the cover. My favorite songs on here off the album are A Single Spark, track 4, track 6 between 2 points. Um, and then you have the song Scattered, and then you had the bonus track, Yes, I Had Ghost. And those are my 4 favorite tracks. Now there is some of the shorter tracks on here that make up this album. Like I said, it's under like maybe 35 minutes, 40 minutes total if you were to take off the bonus tracks or whatnot. It's not a very long album, but it is very unique. And where it's showing, I think with age, Gilmore wanted to do something a little more laid back and it's not rock. And I can see where a lot of people would not want to rate this album maybe higher than a 7 or 8. For me, this is a 10 out of 10. And I'm not really into giving anything David Gilmour has ever did in his whole career more than an 8.5. Most of the stuff that he's done is like a 7 or an 8 to me, where Momentary Lapse of Reason's an 8.5. And the 2006 album he think he did was called On an Islands. That is an 8 to me. Rattle That Lock, the album he did after that, I think it was like 9 years later, when I'm mistaken, 2015, which is odd because if that's true, then both albums had been made 9 years apart since 2006, which would be, 18 years together, and you have 3 albums, solo albums by Gilmore. And like I was, like I'm getting on to, it's a very good album, and the rating I give this is a 10 stars out of 10 or 5 out of 5. You're going to do with prog. It's got the official seal of approval. If you get something really high, you'll see the seal come out. The seals of approval is a 10 out of 10 album, everybody. Go out and buy this doggone thing. It's a bloody masterpiece. And no, I'm not, what do they call that, Penny? Or whatever? British or Australian. I just love to use that word bloody. But yeah, and a good album, 10 out of 10 stars. It's like I said, the greatest thing David Gilmour has ever done. And I wish his daughter would actually got to do a little bit more. She plays harp on here and she sings on one song. I always just wish she would sing maybe one more song on here, because when you're the kid of a legendary guitar player like this, a lot of people are like, "Oh God, it's got Robin. I just want to hear David sing." I've been hearing David sing for years, and to hear his own flesh and blood play on this album and sing on this album is good. It's very good, and I'm against the naysayers who think she doesn't belong on this album. I read comments online like, "Oh, it's got her. I don't want to hear a girl singing on a David Gilmour. I don't care." I read I'm like, I gotta say this, a big fuck you, whatever, fuck off. You don't make the final say at the final day. And just for you to have that kind of a standoffish opinion because it's not what you're so classified used to. And that's the thing I don't like about the prog community is, you claim you want something to be different, but when there's a big difference in the underlining of that is there's 2 forms of prog. You got the progressive rock, which is the technicality, the stuff that's always existed in the 70s, because everything that was written in the 70s could be labeled progressive rock, including Led Zeppelin, Kiss, and all this other stuff. Like, how is Led Zeppelin and Kiss progressive rock? Well, it's not according to prog rock, which is the second terminology, which would be the formulaic version that we're all used to with the keyboards, the odd time signatures, the 20-minute epic. That is the prog rock that us fans are used to. But at the same time, the progressive side is like people like David Bowie and Steven Wilson. They're always coming out with a new album. I don't like everything Steven Wilson does or everything that David Bowie ever did. Everything they made is different. So when David Gilmour goes off the rails and does something progressive that does not agree to your formulaic opinion of I want something that's always been, I find it kind of antagonizing and controversial to why we listen to this beautiful genre as it is. Because isn't the word progressive supposed to mean to evolve and be different? I feel a lot of us prog fans and that love this genre of music have become complacent and just want the formulaic version. And if a band does something different, we're all in ups arms and mad over it. And I'm guilty of this myself. But I actually think it's a welcome addition that Romney is on this album. And I hope that she may do a solo album and her dad may guest on a couple songs on guitar before David Pat, we all fear passing away. And if he were not to do another solo album again, he went out with a bang. And I honest opinion, this would probably be the last thing he should do solo wise. And if he was to do anything more, it would be with his daughter. Because this, like I said, this album is just 10 out of 10 for me. Will it win album of the year for 2024? I honestly do not know. There is just so many. For me to be calling a David Gilmour album my album of the year, it sounds quite scary to me on paper. There's other albums I really highly rate for this year, that are up there with 10-star ratings also. But we'll see where the rest of the year goes. But yeah, it's a very good album. If you don't like the softer side of this, you're probably not gonna like this album at all. I'm a person who just loves that atmospheric feel to an album and the music and the where it can carry you. And that's probably why it's rated so high, is because it's different than it. It's not just this rock stuff. It's like me with King Crimson. I think everything they done is irrelevant other than Islands. I don't like it. I like Islands because it's different. And if I were to like anything other by Crimson, it would probably be in the 80s period when I don't like Discipline. I like Beat and Three of a Perfect Pair because of Adrian Belew. I don't like Robert Fripp. I think he's an arrogant snob. That's my opinion on the matter. And I love that there's a Beat tour going on with Steve Vai on guitar, who is way better than Robert Fripp. And we had Danny Carey on drums, and I cannot wait to see that made into a tour. And I kind of went off topic on this review at the end of it, but I'm just giving you a sense of where I like my music. I like Tales from the Tropic Rapid Oceans by Yes, the best out of their whole catalog. And I like Tormato second and Relayer third. Yes, in that order. I think Tormato is just a little bit smidge better than Relayer. People are going to think I'm high on drugs. I don't give a crap. Those are my opinions, but now you have kind of an understanding where I'm coming from, where I might rate albums from now on. The odd man out when it comes to discographies by bands. But yeah, that's my review. 10 out of 10 for the new David Gilmour. There will be more content coming. Yes, this is live. I'm not going to edit any of the stuff at all because I don't know how to edit, and I feel that this will probably be my true self here because it's just easy to edit mistakes. And if there is a mistake in this video, so be it. And it's live and out there for the whole internet to see. And I'm not here to make money. I don't care about making money. I don't care how I look. I may look like a hobo that came off the streets looking like a homeless person. You can say whatever in the comics. I don't give a crap. Your opinion does not matter to me. Just like, it's just all hey, say, nay, say. And it's live and it's a video, it's unedited, and you're getting a live experience. And to get that into any today's setting, and that's why I don't like. That's another reason why I don't like live albums anymore. They're not live, and then you get the overdub version. Nope, I'd rather have a soundboard version any day than the live version. And then not only that, you're only hearing what the sound man hears. You're not actually hearing what the band hears through their monitors, or what the audience hearing. That's why I'm not really big on concerts. I'll get on to a topic with that another day. Why I'm not really big on live music. But yeah, y'all have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video review I may discuss some topics and whatnot, but I'm prog mean 75, where I have the music taste of a 75-year-old. Y'all have a good one. God bless the USA. That good old American flag. It's been through a lot. It's got a rip in it. It's been through a war. It's been through several things. This thing is as old as my great grandfather. Peace.